Welcome to Everything is Lit, where we treat anything and everything like literature and dissect it. This is the light version of Everything is Lit. It's a rapid-fire analysis of premises that are too simple or straightforward to warrant their own videos, but are interesting enough to talk about anyway. Beware of spoilers for the following, and let's dive in. Knives Out. At the end of whodunit film Knives Out, Benoit Blanc tells Marta that she beat Ransom by being a good nurse and good person, and not playing his game. Similarly, Ransom mentions twice that Marta was the only person who could beat Thrombey at Go more than he could, implying that maybe she could beat Ransom too. Interestingly, the only time we see Marta playing Go, she says to Thrombey that she isn't playing to win, but to make a beautiful pattern. This indicates that her ability to get ahead in life stems from her being a good person looking for beauty, rather than by seeking to gain and beating or punishing others like Ransom does. Us. Jordan Peele's new age horror film Us invites audiences to question the superficial. In one horrific yet hilarious scene featuring a famous NWA song, we see that the home automated system is named Ophelia, a stand-in for real-life Alexa. While this could be just due to branding and licensing issues, let's assume this is intentional to have fun with it. Ophelia is the name of Macbeth's love interest in the Shakespeare play by the same name. Following the death of her father, the girl goes mad, eventually killing herself by drowning, though it's not clear whether this is intentional or not. Now, compare that to Alexa, whose name is partially inspired by the Library of Alexandria, the lost collection of worldly information whose worth is incalculable. What does this contrast mean for the movie? Well, perhaps the world of Us is run by the madness and chaos that a character like Ophelia represents, instead of the order of truth and knowledge that Alexa represents, that we dream our world to be facilitated by. 99 Problems. The second verse of Jay-Z's classic song 99 Problems features a hypothetical anecdote about the speaker's run-in with a police officer. Anecdotes are small stories people use to highlight a point or make an argument, and hypothetical ones do the same but are just fictional. The verse is a back and forth between the speaker and the cop pulling him over, at the end of which the speaker reiterates that a bitch is not a single one of his 99 problems. In this case referring to the canine unit the cop is threatening him with, and probably the cop himself. This anecdote underscores the speaker's argument that he is above petty problems like dealing with police harassment. But it goes deeper than that. We know that in the United States, black people, particularly black men, are more likely to be targeted by the police for car stops and searches, and the speaker in this verse even acknowledges this. When the cop asks if he knows why he's being stopped, the speaker replies sarcastically that it's because he's young, black, and dressed a certain way. Thus, the speaker's ability to completely dismiss the interaction as a trivial matter that doesn't even qualify as a problem for him grants him power in this dynamic that people like him historically haven't had. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Despite having opposite elements, Zuko and Katara are actually very similar to each other. They both were very close to their mothers, meaning they both suffered greatly when their mothers left and died, respectively. This is symbolically represented in Book 1 when Zuko uses Katara's necklace given to her by her mother to track her to find Aang, and again in Book 3 when the two go on their field trip to track Katara's mother's killer. Interestingly, they also both have a sibling who are closer to their fathers. They are both emotionally expressive, which impacts their bending. This juxtaposition is deliberate too, which we can tell by the build-up of their relationship. In the first season finale, Katara and Zuko face off in the spirit oasis in the Northern Water Tribe, with Katara defending Aang's body while he's visiting the spirit world, and Zuko attempting to kidnap him. At the end of Book 2, the two are in prison together and, following a heartfelt conversation, fight alongside each other. However, Zuko betrays Team Avatar for a shot at redemption in the Fire Nation. Finally, the series ends with the pair tag-teaming against Azula, even going so far as to save each other's lives. By displaying the growth of the friendship between the two masters of opposite elements, the show may be conveying that the elements, or at least the bending styles based off of them, aren't quite so opposite, actually. After all, both require fluid movements, are tied to Bender's emotions, and are influenced by astronomical forces like lunar and solar eclipses. In the end, Katara and Zuko's friendship demonstrates the strength of the relationship between all the elements, and may very well be a stand-in for the socio-political context of the world of Avatar. The take-home message is that we are more similar than we are different, and in the end, it's those similarities that matter most. State Farm. A few years ago, State Farm launched an ad campaign that demonstrated their ability to match customers to insurance agents based on compatibility. Your agent would think and behave like you, lending to a top-notch customer service experience. Soon after, they invented the character Jake from State Farm, who exemplified this relationship with a married customer. Famously, the customer's wife suspects infidelity, and a snide comment stirs up some controversy, leading State Farm to replace that Jake with another. Setting aside the public relations maneuver that this clearly was, this move had implications for the State Farm lore. See, the new Jake's personality is very different from the original Jake, fitting into the tone shift of the new commercials driven by new customers. This indicates that, just like the original commercials, State Farm is matching Jakes to their customers based on personality. This, in turn, could mean that the company has a cadre of Jakes ready to deploy to satisfy their clientele. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more, and ring the bell icon so that you can be notified when new videos are posted. If you like videos like this in which I talk about lists of different things under a single topic, make sure you let me know in the comments below and I'll do more of them. And you can also watch the video in which I decoded 30 different Americanisms for our fellow Anglophones around the world. So don't make sure you check that out. And in the meantime, stay lit.